Hi everyone, welcome to our Estonia Day. I am so excited for this day. Estonia is a place I've wanted to go for about 8 or 9 years now, and it just didn't pan out when I was first planning the trip. And so I knew with this festival, I definitely wanted to spend a day traveling by Wi-Fi in Estonia. So here we are doing it together. First, we're going to meet our vendors as we normally do, and then we will go through all of the things that we have planned for today. Okay, let's get to it. Our first vendor is Einald Ilusad Asyad, also known as Irina Tamas Design. Irina designs earrings, brooches, and pendants using glass and wood. She draws inspiration from traditional Estonian jewelry and mandalas. So her jewelry is wooden with glass accents. It's laser cut, and then she hand colors the different sections and adds glass accents to it. Let me see if I can get this a little closer for you to see. They are available as these pendants rather are available as brooches or pendants, and she can make matching earrings to go with them. In fact, we have a giveaway that will be happening today from Irina on our festival Instagram page. So go over to OI Fiber Festival on Instagram and enter to win that prize. But in the meantime, I have a few more of her other pieces that I want to share to show you. So here's another set of her earrings. You can see I'm wearing a very similar set in my ears right now, but they have a different pattern and a different color. Each of these is done individually. She doesn't mass produce a bunch of this style, okay? They're all individually produced, so you're going to get something unique. She also has different shapes of the brooches. So as I said, this larger pendant can be done as a brooch, but she has a couple smaller styles too. So here's one of those, and there's another one. Brooches and jewelry like this is a traditional part of the Estonian costume, I suppose we would say, but it's also something that would be perfect for a shawl pin to accent, act as an accent piece for anything that you're wearing. So give her a look in the marketplace and see if there's something there that strikes your fancy, and make sure that you get over to the Instagram page and enter for the giveaway. Okay, our second vendor is Lace Knit. Natalia is the designer behind Lace Knit. She designs lace patterns inspired by tradition, including Estonian lace. Her triangular robin's nest shawl incorporates Estonian techniques, including nups, as well as the Florence scarf, which she describes as a fun and rewarding knit. And I think it's just beautiful. I can't wait to get that on my needles. And to help us get these beautiful things on our needles, Natalia is offering 25% off on her patterns if you go through the marketplace and use the code that you find there. So look for her there as Lace Knits. Our third vendor from Estonia is Mia Poupee. Mia Poupee is backed by Mariel, who creates personalized gifts for little ones and grown-ups. They are all made with love and care, keeping the recipient in mind. Their loveys are specially designed with newborns in mind. She said sometimes parents will even request two so that one can go through the wash while the other one stays with the child. And of course, her fantasy dolls are made for those who are young at heart, no matter what their actual numerical ages are. All of the gifts are special gifts meant for someone you cherish. I absolutely love her fantasy dolls. I think they're so charming. Take a look at those. They have a lot of things that will be suitable for children and grandchildren, office mates, all sorts of things, and yourself. I'm probably going to order a fantasy doll for myself. I'm just saying. I have plans. My wallet's in trouble with this festival. Okay, so those are our three vendors that we have in the festival this time. Let's get into our classes and events. All right, so our class offerings for today start with Estonian Lace Explained with Nancy Bush. Now, I actually started taking this class after the last festival just for my own personal curiosity. And so I haven't made the final project yet, but I have made the sampler. So this is the sampler scarf that you would make if you take this class. And I just wanted to show up close here. So these bumps here that you see, those are the nups. And that is one of the characteristic aspects that makes Estonian lace. And Nancy Bush talks you through different ways that you can do it without driving yourself crazy. So on the sampler, you create the nips by knitting a certain number of stitches together, and the sampler uses a smaller number of stitches just to get you used to the technique. And then the final project does the quote-unquote correct amount of nups. So that's the difference there. But she walks you through the construction of an Estonian lace shawl as well, so picking up along the edge and doing the edging as well as doing the nups. It's a very informative class, and she gets into the history of Estonian lace as well, so it's I recommend it. The other class that I recommend is custom colorwork techniques, mitts with Stephanie Talent. Of course, we're all familiar with the decorative mittens and mitts that come out of the Baltic states. And this class will get you used to doing some color work on that small diameter so that later on you can go on and find some of those Estonian mitten patterns and knit them up. Okay. And the third class that we have is another startup project, this one for embroiderers. It's Startup Project Modern Hand Embroidery with Jessica Long. So if you took that intro class, this is a good place for you to start expanding on your skills a little bit, but if you also could jump into this as a beginner too, okay? Because Estonia is also one of those countries that is well known for its embroidery. Now that we're back in Europe, we have access to a few more travel videos. Rick Steves has not done a full episode on Estonia, but he does have a couple brief parts of other episodes. So I have 2 clips from Rick Steves' shows dealing with Tallinn, which is the capital city of Estonia, and getting into the history and architecture of the city. After those short introductions, there is a longer form video that follows around some of the artists from Tallinn and gets into their lives living in the city. After learning about Tallinn, we're going to move out of the cities and watch a video about island life in Estonia. After that, there is a short documentary about the history of Estonian food, which is the perfect setup as we prepare to make our own Estonian dinner. So our menu for tonight is, now I don't have any background with Estonian, so please forgive me as I try to say these menu items, but we are going to eat kureklops, which is a pork chop in a cream sauce, and kartuliva flid. I butchered that. What's important is that it sounds delicious, and that is that they are potato waffles. So we'll have pork chop with a cream sauce and potato waffle as our main, and then we will have apple buckwheat crumble cake. And I can't stress how important it is that we try the apple buckwheat crumble cake. As always, I talk to my vendors and say, hey, is there anything that we absolutely must have as we are preparing for the festival, for the dinner? And all of them came back and said, you have to do something with buckwheat. So here we go. We got the buckwheat in here. Our evening entertainment is a little bit unusual. I will give you that. I tried to pick something that's a little out of the ordinary for each of our festivals, and tonight is the night we're going to have that. This is a performance called Every Bird Has Its Own Song, and it was part of the Estonian Independence Day celebration for 2020, earlier this year. It has performers dressed as the birds that are native to Estonia, talking about what they're like and what their attitudes are like. And it is sort of interspersed with dancing and song. It's actually quite charming and enjoyable, and I hope you enjoy it. So watch that tonight. Get your knitting out. It's all in Estonian. There is no English. Just take it as it comes. It's a very interesting experience. All right, guys. I hope you learned something today. Remember to hop over and get signed up for the giveaway. And I will see you tomorrow as we head south and visit Germany. Bye, everybody.